Hi guys, welcome back to TVA. This is your girl Tanya. Today we're here to explore the coronavirus, aka COVID-19. What is it? Where did it come from? What's the source? How do we stay away from it? How do we know if we have it? And of course, how far are we from a cure? Coming up on TVA. Welcome back, guys. Okay, so the coronavirus outbreak has turned into a pandemic, which means it is everybody's problem. Let's figure it out. History lesson. Back in 2003, there was something very similar called SARS, that's severe acute respiratory syndrome. In 2003, guys, there was like 8,000 cases over 20 different countries. Of course, SARS originated from China. Duh. 80 to 90% of SARS DNA is found in COVID-19, which means that they are very similar. After 2004, with the outbreak of SARS, that we only found 3 to 4 cases, and 3 of them was from laboratory accidents. Why are you having accidents with something that we have already dealt with and had away with? And all of a sudden, the COVID-19 is more severe and is 90% similar to that same thing that we went through, like, 17 years ago. Explain this to me. 3 laboratory accidents? What were you doing? That got me thinking, was COVID-19 also fabricated in a lab? Did you have accidents? Is that why this whole thing happened? Because you had an accident? I don't know. I don't trust these people. There's 8,000 deaths as of today. Okay? And for some reason, the sky is freaking prettier. Why is the day prettier? It's a very sad day. Some people can't even mourn their deaths. Some people can't even have funerals for their dead ones. And the sky is blue. The hell is that? Anyways, there are 7 different types of coronavirus. People get sick from coronavirus all the time. But this specific one is an animal virus. You can get that from breathing next to your dog. Okay, guys? You can't get that from sleeping next to your brother that slept next to the dog. So how exactly do we get in contact with this coronavirus? The coronavirus is an envelope virus, which is why it's called the coronavirus, basically, because the envelope have little spikes on it, which helps it stick to whatever that it needs to stick to. So what the coronavirus does is that it goes in the lungs and it sticks to the receptors, and then it just lets its RNA into the cell. The whole thing don't go in. It's just the part of it goes in. So like the cell think that something's just on me. It's nothing. It's no big deal. But then it goes inside the cell, and then it uses the host DNA to replicate its DNA. So once the cell have multiplied and like created its own DNA and everything, then the virus leaves the cell. When it leaves the cell, it ruptures the cell, which is when the whole body's like, oh wait, there's something going on. Let me go fight it. That's why you have the fever and everything. But it's already too late. The virus is already all inside of you. So that's one of the reasons why this virus is very, very serious, because you won't know that you have it until it's already too late. When you are already coughing and you have the fever, it's hard for you to breathe. It's already too late. The virus has already multiplied and became many. The signs and symptoms. How do you know that you have this virus? So I would say just be on the lookout for dry coughs because it starts with dry coughs and then it's difficulty breathing. You have a fever, shortening of breath. If you can hold your breath up to 10 seconds and when you try to breathe it's not difficult, then you're basically fine. It sucks that there's not much testing because for the testings they have to use gear because whoever's testing you has to be protected themselves. So although we read that there's like 80,630 cases, that doesn't mean that this is the only number of people that's sick. That's the only people that got tested because there's a lot of places that doesn't have the right equipment to test people and they don't have the amount of tests. So there's a lot of people that's not tested. With the 80,000, that's just a lot that is tested. And we, as of March 17, there has been 7,494 deaths due to the coronavirus. The coronavirus can last up to 3 days on surfaces. It can last 4 hours on copper and on plastic. So, like your phone cover, it lasts up to 3 days. So make sure that you do wipe down your phone with alcohol wipes and doorknobs. Make sure that you do wipe it down because you're thinking, oh, it's my phone. I don't leave it nowhere. I don't do anything with it. That's too crazy. It's fine. Your phone's always on your face, always in your hands. When you put your phone on your face, boom, corona. Corona! So just make sure that you are always washing your hands, guys. Always wash your hands and always wash your give your phone a wipe down the doorknobs, and before you touch anything, just make sure that you wipe it. Be a germaphobe. Just be a germaphobe, guys. Just do it to keep yourself away from that. And keep yourself away from people. I know sometimes it may be hard. I know for me, it's very hard to just keep myself away from people. I love hanging out with my friends and being around my family. But just the other day, my dad has had a severe cough, and I was like, listen, Pa, nope, get away from me. Go get yourself tested. Thank goodness he was tested. He's fine. Just have a cough. But you never know because it has the same symptoms as the flu. You may think somebody have the flu. They're just coughing or they just choke on something. But unfortunately, they have the corona. You cannot be too sure. Somebody at work came. He was coughing like crazy. As soon as he left, I was wiping those tables like crazy. Okay, I had Clorox. I had hydrogen, I had everything. I was wiping down the table. By the time I was done wiping the table wasn't there anymore. So just keep yourself safe by social distancing. The president says not to be in groups of more than 10 people. I said don't be in groups of more than 3 people. Use your phone. Use speaker. Be on the phone with them. Don't hang out with them. Don't forget FaceTime. Of course, wash your hands. That's the only way to keep safe. Where are we on a cure? China, they have found a way to reduce their CO2 level by 25%. Italy, Italy is very smart because in Italy you can drink water from the fountain. They have found a way to filter the waters. Okay, so in Italy, the birds came back, which means the air is fine. If the birds is here, then things are fine. In Australia, they have found a vaccine, but vaccines is a whole thing because you can't just have a vaccine and give it to people. It has to go through a lot of checkpoints, and after the checkpoints, once it's been accepted, you have to find a way to give it to people, and you can't just go and sick people with vaccine, like, yeah, this is good for you, and also after that, you don't even know if the vaccine is gonna work properly. So although Australia has found a vaccine, it won't really go into effect until mid-summer. So that's another 2 months of no jobs. What exactly is going to happen to the world? Unfortunately, the coronavirus has taken a toll on the world emotionally, physically, and financially. The government has decided to eliminate non-essential medical procedures. So I guess I won't get that boob job I've always wanted until further notice. But no, seriously, this coronavirus has taken such a toll on the world that even our stock market has crashed. Our trading, jobs, because my job has basically laid me off. We are only open from like 7 to 2, whereas we are usually 24/7. The government is spending $8.3 billion in finding a treatment/cure for the coronavirus. It's crazy to show you how much that this disease/virus is taking a toll in this world. Only $5.4 billion was invested into Ebola, and $7 billion was invested into H1N1. We're seeing $8.3 billion is already invested into the coronavirus, and that's just in the beginning. That's how severe this disease is. Because we couldn't test that much because we didn't have the correct gears. They are giving 5,095,000 masks to help in the procedure and 2,000 ventilators. They're allowing so far 16 labs to go into testing for the cure or treatment or vaccine for this. And also, they're hoping to create 47 drive-throughs, like for you to go to get tested in over 12 states. That's 47 drive-throughs where you could just drive, get tested, and go on about your business. You don't even gotta face the doctors. Imagine that, drive-throughs to test for a virus. Wow, this has to be very, very bad for you to go to a point where you don't need to even get in contact with the person, to the point where you may catch or be contaminate yourself. In conclusion, guys, just be mindful to yourself and others. Wash your hands. If you're feeling funny, just go get tested. It costs nothing to get tested. You just can't get treatment because that's expensive. Okay? But my heart do go out to those families that have lost loved ones. I hope we do find a cure for this terrible, terrible thing that's happening to our world. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and exploring COVID-19 with me. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe below. And also, keep yourself safe from the corona, and I'll see you next time.